Hello friends, this is Moonday and welcome back to my channel. Um, Today we are asking the cards what are the blocks to your psychic abilities, because I do believe everyone has got psychic abilities. Just for some of us, some would be stronger than the other ones. For example, I don't know, for you, your clairaudient abilities might be stronger than your clairvoyant ones, and vice versa, and things like that. So it really depends on you and your personal, well, let's say, talents. But we all have psychic abilities, believe me or not. It's just, with some of us, we haven't developed them yet, so that will be the only answer to maybe the question of, oh, why I don't have any psychic abilities. Well, you do, you just maybe haven't discovered them yet. Maybe you are somehow repressuring them. Maybe for some of you, you do want to have you do want to discover your psychic abilities, and you think like, oh yes, I do want to have psychic abilities as well, but there is some unconscious blocks. It might be, I don't know, your religion might be, for example, saying that things like being clairvoyant is evil, it comes from the devil, comes from something that is wrong, or it might be, just your upbringing and everything. Maybe your parents were telling you your whole life that, oh, like, these people are scammers, don't listen to them, they don't know, they don't have, there's something like psychic senses, it doesn't exist, don't believe in that. Sorry. So maybe that is the reason why your psychic senses are kind of asleep. So we are going to discover some possible blocks for you guys today. So we've got 3 groups of cards. This is group number 1 with the Opalite, group number 2 with the crystal quartz, and group number 3 with the amethyst crystal. And you can pause this video right now, you can meditate on your choice, you can use pendulum, you can choose by crystal, by number, but always remember to trust your intuition with this, and whatever is calling out to you the most, this should be your group. Also remember, this is a general reading, so obviously not everything is going to resonate with you, so pick whatever does resonate with you and leave the rest. And whenever you're ready, all the timestamps are going to be in the description box down below, with all the other informations about me and what I do, and well, everything else, where to find me and stuff like that. So without any further ado, let's just jump into the group number 1. Hello group number 1, I hope you're doing well. This is the Opalite group, and today we're asking the cards, what is blocking your psychic abilities? What are the possible blocks to your psychic abilities? So guys, group number 1, the first thing I'm seeing very clearly for you is that you're definitely 100%, well, million% a starseed. I can't tell you which one you really are, because you need to find that out yourself, but you're definitely a starseed, 100%. For those of you who are following me on my Instagram, the link is below in the description box. You know that not that long ago I have discovered that I am a Sirian starseed. Well, to be more precise, Sirian B starseed. And before that discovery, I have not been paying attention to all this starseed thing. I'm not saying I didn't think it's true, it's just like I wasn't interested. Alright, I wasn't really interested in that, and in one of the meditations, which is funny because it was a meditation to find my animal spirit guide. My guide said, "You're a Sirian starseed," and I was like, "What?" And I was thinking to myself, you know, oh my god, I really need to remember that so I can check that later on, you know, in my conscious state, let's say. Uh, so for those of you, well, in this deck, in the Peace Oracle, this deck, this Gateway card is my, well, not new, but a freshly rediscovered card of Starseed. So you're definitely a starseed, and all the starseeds do have some kind of psychic abilities more prominent than other ones. So for some of you, you might be more into, like I was saying before, like into clairvoyance. For some of you, you might be more into telepathy, into clairaudience, into clairsentience, claircognizance, you know. You might be just someone who can easily tap into different dimensions and, you know, see the things that other, well, people or other starseeds don't really see that easily, because this is something special for you. So you guys need to discover that if you're not really sure, or rediscover that if you already know that you're a starseed and you're coming from this or that place. So yeah, this is something that for some of you might be like a big discovery. For some of you might be like, well, I knew that from the beginning, nothing new. But I'm going to move to the part that tells me what is literally blocking your psychic abilities in this life or in this planet. And I don't know if you guys have listened to my intro that I was saying that for some of you it's definitely going to be like a religious thing, you know, because I literally have this card here, and we do have the Hierophant in the reverse, and Hierophant is talking very often about religion, about tradition, about structure, you know. And if it's in reverse, there we go. So for a lot of you, the first thing I'm literally seeing, you know, why your abilities are blocked is the religious blocks. I am not saying, oh, you need to leave your religion or you need to stop listening to your religion, but you just need to realize one thing, you know. These blockages might be unconscious, you know. You might be thinking like, well, you know, I'm a Christian and I do believe in psychic abilities and psychic powers and things like that, but the blockages are very, very deep inside, you know. They're rooted inside. You might not even be realizing you've got them. It's just like with the money blocks that people have, you know. You might be wondering like, you know, oh, my mindset about money is so positive, but very, very deeply you've got these beliefs that, you know, that, oh, money is difficult to get or something like that. So in your case, I do believe it is you, or I'm also getting it could be from your ancestors. Somewhere in your line, there is this very deep belief, you know, that this kind of abilities are wrong to have, they're impossible to have, they're the root of evil, they're coming from like I was saying, they're coming from evil, they're coming from evil spirits, you know, things like that. So it could be you or maybe your ancestors that kind of passed on these beliefs onto you, whether you realize that or not. So this is, I'm getting, this is the biggest block to you guys, you know, this is the biggest block. It would be really great if you could find like a guided meditation or a guided like hypnosis that would help you remove those blocks, you know. I'm sure there's tons of them on YouTube and just on the internet in general. So you know, maybe try something like that and it would help you a little bit with rediscovering your psychic abilities. Because I'm getting like, honestly, this is the biggest thing. You know, there's two cards over here as well, which is like Two of Pentacles in reverse and the Eight of Cups in reverse. They're telling me yes, you know. They're like literally shouting, you know, like, yeah, just look at this, just look at this Hierophant in reverse. You know, this is, they're pointing basically, to me at least, at the Hierophant in reverse card. Also for some of you, but this is like a small group of you, I believe. You might be thinking that having psychic abilities is not really psychic abilities, and it is a sign of a mental illness. So you think that if someone is clairaudient, they're not really clairaudient, they're just having schizophrenia. They're just hearing voices in their heads. So, well, obviously, if you're hearing voices in your head, you need to make sure this is not your ego, not any type of mental illness, and not some evil spirit, because you need to realize one thing, yeah? If, I don't know why I'm just stuck with this clairaudient for now, but let's say this is it, okay? So if you're hearing things or seeing things, you need to, sorry, you need to realize whether, or specify whether these are the negative things you're being told, negative things you're seeing and feeling and everything, or is it positive and loving and you feel safe when you receive these informations? Because when you're feeling scared, when you are in fear, when you get this information, or when you hear the voice saying that, you know, you don't deserve to leave, or something, or they're telling you to do something very dangerous, this is not your psychic ability, okay? And this is not your spirit guide, this is not your angel, this is not your totem guide, you know, it's not. So I would just, you know, think about that first and foremost. Also, one more thing that I'm seeing for you, group number 1, is that you have discovered some of your psychic abilities in the past, but I feel like as you were growing up, you kind of moved on from that, you know, and you have decided, it's more that you decided that, you know, this is childish, you know, that this maybe seeing fairies, or it's unreal, it doesn't exist, you know, so this is childish, let me move on to being this adult, you know, and just be serious about things, and, you know, stop like noticing things that are around you. And because of that, you have kind of lost these abilities, but like I said, you can rediscover them again and again because you got them in you. So this is all I've got for you, group number 1, and I hope it was helpful. And if you did like this video, please don't forget to leave me a thumbs up, subscribe to my channel if you haven't yet. I try to post new video every Friday. Also leave me a comment, tell me how it did resonate with you. And thank you so much for being here, and I'll see you in the next video. Hello, group number 2, I hope you're doing well. This is the Clay Quartz group. And today's question is, what is blocking your psychic abilities, or what are the blocks to your psychic abilities? All this good stuff. Group number 2. I don't know why, but I mean, it doesn't really... This is not the subject of this reading, but I don't know, because I'm seeing so many colors in your group, I feel like you guys have a special extra ability on top of your other psychic senses to see the auras of people, of animals, of plants, of everything in this universe. So this is this is an extra message that I have just received from my guide saying like, tell them about the auras, tell them about the auras. So yeah, so if you have been interested in things like that, well, I highly suggest you maybe read about that a little bit. There is also, I'm sure, tons of videos on YouTube and just tons of things everywhere on the internet telling you how to see the auras, like I'm sure there's lots of exercises on how to sharpen this you know, this sense of seeing auras. So yeah, but okay, let me go back to the topic of the reading, because like I just went a little bit on the side. So group number 2. What is blocking your psychic abilities? There is a few things I'm seeing for you guys. First of all, with this King of Wands, what I'm getting is that it is a little bit similar to the previous group, because I did say you have had some psychic abilities you were aware of when you were like younger, but as you were growing up, you know, you have decided that the society is not going to treat you seriously if you keep on talking about fairies and unicorns and seeing things that maybe other people don't see. So that is one thing for you guys. It was literally, I feel like your ego kind of telling you, you know, oh, if you keep on talking about these things, nobody's gonna treat you seriously, you're not gonna have any friends, you're not gonna get a serious job, and things like that. So the more you were denying, you know, seeing things and hearing things or sensing things, the more those abilities were like getting smaller and smaller and smaller within you, to the point that they have almost disappeared. But don't worry, okay, don't worry, group number 2, you can like reawaken them, if that's the word, you know, but you can basically awake them again if you just put a little bit work into it, if you put a little bit of action, if you will. So I'm getting that with this 7 of Wands in reverse. I'm also getting a very strong denial to things. So maybe you have had some abilities that kind of scared you, and you know, because you didn't really know where these things coming from, you got scared and you just, you know, you put kind of like a shield or a block to these abilities, thinking like, oh my god, I don't know what is going on with me, I don't know where is it coming from, I don't know where the messages are coming from, you know. So I'm kind of going to like build a wall, you know, between these messages and things and me, so I don't have to think about it, and I'm not gonna get scared, because I'm literally getting like a lot of, you know, feeling scared and a lot of you know, fear. And that reminds me when I was like, I don't know, maybe 14 or 13 or something like that, but that was in my very early teenage years. And I can't even tell you the title because I don't remember the title, but I was reading a book about like, you know, different dimensions and things like that, and one of the chapters was about the lucid dreaming and out-of-body experiences, and I was like thinking like, oh my god, this is so cool. And for some times I've been doing all the exercises that were in the book because I really wanted to you know, experience that and everything. And one night when I started actually, you know, after doing some exercise, when I started feeling this tingling sensation in my body and feeling like my body is here and I'm slowly getting out of my body, I got so scared, because even though I knew what I was kind of getting into, in the same time I got actually really scared that it's a real thing. you know. So I kind of like very quickly went back into my body and never wanted to try that again, because that scared me, you know, like really bad. I didn't know, like I was trying to do that, but in the same time I wasn't expecting that to work, if you know what I mean. So I feel like for a lot of you it was basically the same thing, you know. You maybe you wanted to see some things, or you wanted to hear some things, or sense things in general, and the moment you started feeling them, getting them, you know, you got scared and you blocked them off. And also, okay, so that was the end of one message, all right. So what I'm also seeing for you guys is like your family and friends, you know, when we have this Three of Cups over here. And I'm getting from this card that especially with the Seven of Wands in reverse here, that we're really scared of people judging you, you know. You're scared that if you actually like discover some, I don't know, some abilities that make you different from other people, that make you stand out, that don't subscribe to the beliefs of your family, of your friends, of your co-workers. If you stand out, you know, you feel like you're going to be judged, you feel like you're going to be looking down on you, you feel like they're going to label you as a weirdo, you know, just a weird person, or just like, oh, there's something really wrong with John or Mary, you know. And this is another thing that is kind of blocking you from rediscovering your psychic abilities, because once again I feel like in the past, you know, it wasn't so weird or unusual for you to have these things, to see things, hear things, like I was saying, sense things. But now you're just scared that people are gonna like ostracize you because you're different, because you're talking about I don't know, we are talking, let's say, about seeing auras, and other people are gonna look at you weird and be like, oh, what the hell are you talking about? What is aura? You know, and like, is this some, I don't know, clothing company or whatever, or like new makeup brand. But the thing is, you know, you don't have to tell everyone, obviously, about that. It would be great for you to find also like-minded people, because the Three of Cups is also telling about community. And it would be great for you to once again see, find people who are basically like-minded, you know, who maybe have the same abilities, have the same problems discovering abilities. So you can go through the whole process with them, you know, you don't have to be alone in that process. You can find people who are going to be supportive of you, and they will help you, you know. So this is all I've got for you, group number 2, and well, I do hope it was helpful. And if you did like this video, please don't forget to leave me a thumbs up. Subscribe to my channel if you haven't yet. I try to post new video every Friday. Also leave me a comment and tell me how did it resonate with you. And thank you so much for being here, and I'll see you in the next video. Hi, group number 3, I hope you're doing well. So this is the Amethyst group, and the question for today is, what is blocking your psychic abilities? What are the blocks to your psychic abilities? And group number 3, I'm already seeing things for you. So for some of you, a very big message is this karma in reverse, which in like traditional tarot is the card of the Judgment. And you feel like you have missed your calling, all right? You have missed your calling, or you have missed your final call from the universe. For some of you, you might be feeling like, oh, I'm too old for that. For some of you might be thinking that, you know, oh, if I had a different job, if I had a different I don't know, different whatever, then yeah, I would be able to discover my psychic abilities. If I had more time, if I had more money, if I had a different job, if I had a different career. And it's going to sound really bad and really weird, and please don't get mad and listen to the rest of the message, because I know some of you are going to get offended when I say that. But the biggest block to your psychic abilities is you at the moment. But once again, like I said, listen to the end of the message, please. Don't click off. Don't feel offended. That is because for a lot of you, you are a perfectionist. And also, you, with the self-mastery card, what I'm getting is that you don't want to be a person who grows slowly, you know, who reaches level 1, let's say, and then level 2 and level 3, and, you know, continue to grow like this, you know, slowly but steadily. But you want to go from level 1 to level 100 just like that. You know, you think like one day you're gonna think like, oh my god, I think I've got telepathic abilities, and the next day you want to be able to communicate with dolphins. Well, it doesn't work like that. I mean, maybe for some of you it does, and if it does, well, you guys are amazing, and please, you know, leave me a comment and tell me how did you do that, because I would love to know. And I'm sure other people would love to know as well. But I feel like, you know, you are your biggest blockage, you are your biggest obstacle. You feel all the time like you have missed your final call, you know, or like I said before, or if, you know, you're trying to kind of put a blame on everything and everyone, and it is not going to help you, group number 3, you know, because you're thinking like, oh yes, I'm the biggest block, I said, to my psychic abilities is the universe, is my family, is my financial situation, is you know, the beliefs I grew up in, and is the fact that I'm not moving with my career right now, and or I can't find a job, or I have to move somewhere else because of my job, and I'm studying, and this and that. You know, you are giving yourself tons of reasons not to grow, and and you need to realize that, and you need to kind of wake up, you know. This is your wake-up call. This is your wake-up call, you know. The universe is kind of like trying to shake you a little bit, you know, like grabbing you by your arms and being like, you know, don't do that to yourself, you know, like stop telling crap to yourself, you know. You are able of you know, having all the abilities you want. You're able to discover or rediscover all the abilities that you want. You just need to have faith in yourself and stop telling yourself this bullshit, you know, because the universe is right now like, you're saying like a lot of bullshit to yourself. You don't even say that to others, you say that to yourself. You're giving yourself billions of reasons not to move your ass and discover your abilities. This is literally what I'm getting, so I'm sorry, I really don't want to offend anyone, but this is something that the universe is like, you need to realize that you're your own blockage, you know. There's nothing external about your blockages. It is you that you need to overcome. I don't know if you have watched the Star Wars, and I think it was, you know what, it's been a long time since I have watched the Star Wars. I'm very sorry if I say it wrong, but I think it was in the part 5th, I believe. Maybe it was part 5th. You know, when Luke was training with Yoda, and You know, the part of his training was to go into, I think, that cave to fight his biggest fear, and he thought, oh, it's like a Darth Vader, but once he fought Darth Vader, he discovered it was himself, not Darth Vader. And I feel like this is a very similar situation when you think that your biggest fears and your biggest obstacles is something else, is that enemy you create in your head, but in the reality it's just you. Like, you need to convince that it is not about money, it is not about people, it is not about career, it is not about I don't know, everybody else. It's just about you and yourself. You know, you don't need to convince anybody else. You don't need to fight anybody else. You need to realize this is you. And I'm getting that, you know, with time and practice. And I'm sorry, but it will take time and practice. You will get into that self-mastery. You will get into that mastery in general, because you're extremely powerful in whatever ability that you've got. But you just need to work on it. It's not going to come to you just like that. And it's not going to come to you, knock to your door and present yourself to you and be like, okay, from today, you are the world's best medium, I don't know, when it comes to contact with the departed ones. I don't know. I don't think this is going to be your story, group number 3, and I'm really sorry to say that. But honestly, you just need to realize that you are your own biggest block. And I'm getting that it applies not only to your psychic abilities, but it applies very often to your life in general. You might be thinking that, oh, you know, to have more money, you need to work very hard. To have great loving family, you need this or that. You know, I don't know, to go to the university, you need to, I don't know, something, you know, just excuses. I'm getting excuses, tons of excuses, really. So group number 3, stop with the excuses. Just like I was saying with 2 other groups, I'm sure there is tons of like guided meditations, guided hypnosis sessions, everything that you can find on YouTube, on the internet, like anywhere else, that is going to help you like overcome your inner blockages, or the blockages you create for yourself. And well, yeah, this is honestly I've got for you, group number 3. There's nothing else I can add apart from the fact that you, once again, you need to realize that, you know, your blockages are very internal and you can overcome them, but you need to work towards your goals. So I do hope it was helpful, and if you did like it, please don't forget to leave me a thumbs up. Also subscribe to my channel. I try to post new videos every Friday, and leave me a comment and tell me how it did resonate with you. And thank you so much for being here, and I'll see you in the next video.